Hey, honey loves, happy Monday, happy St. Patty's Day, happy March Madness, happy Women's History Month, happy birthday, Pisces, Aries, cusp. Okay, I know you're probably wondering, after I went through all that, what's up with all this red behind me? Let me explain. So, Mercury has gone retrograde. Do not freak out. It's retrograde in Aries energy. It started on the 15th. And it stays retro in Aries until the 28th. It's going to bounce around in Pisces a bit and then go direct in Aries energy again from, April 16th to the 30th, okay? I'm giving all these specifics for a reason. So first of all, fair warning, when old ways of thinking or old ways of communication or old connections creep in, don't trip. I got you. We're going to navigate this. We're going to get through this together, okay? So keep all this in mind, especially if any of those old ways of thinking, old communications, or old connections spark anger, spark ego, spark impulse, selfishness, desire, or some kind of power struggle, number one top position, whatever. We're going to cover all the bases so that we can navigate through Mercury retrograde in Aries and Mercury retrograde when it goes retro in Pisces. We'll get to all that in a minute. But we're going to figure out how this is going to influence your energy. Okay, but real quick, another warning. Mercury retrograde in Aries comes with a lot of warning. Last year, when Mercury went retrograde and direct in Aries energy, the Diddy case blew up, okay? I say this to say that you, on a general for the collective, we can all expect to see someone who has been abusing their power or considers themselves to be untouchable because of their top position, their high position, their powerful position, to go up in flames. So that's the general. Now, how does this affect you personally? Birthday crew, you know how we do. We starting with you, Pisces, Aries, cusp. You have the power to be dynamic or unruly or indifferent with this energy. It's going to be crash and burn or soar to success. It is up to you, but your ego has a lot to do with it, okay? So choose wisely. Aries, happy birthday to you. You've already done a lot, survived a lot, passed a lot of, we'll say tests, passed a lot of tests. Only person who needs to remember that shit is you. So keep in mind who you are, what you've done, and how far you've come. And no one can take that shit away from you, retrograde or not. Aries, Taurus, cusp. Either lightning strikes during this time, during Mercury retrograde in Aries, or you're dealing with a dud. There's no more trying to make it work. It either is or it ain't. Taurus, there may be some power struggles during this Mercury retrograde in Aries energy, right? But don't lose your heart. Take that as it applies, because it could mean don't lose your fight. It could mean don't give up the person you love, because you're not supposed to let go of what you believe in at this time, and don't let go of who you trust. Don't let go of what you feel comfortable with, or you're not going to like the position that you're in at the end of the month or next month, okay? Taurus, Gemini, cusp. Be mindful of where and what and who you put your energy into, okay? Put it to good use or you will be perceived as reckless, okay? Gemini, only engage in connections that recharge your batteries. Do not engage with people who drain you. Do not let them suck you dry. There are energy vampires that you need to watch out for during Mercury retrograde, okay? Get away from them. Gemini, Cancer, cusp. The same one or the same way that you can get gassed up. So basically the same person that gasses you up or the same way you can get gassed up is the same person or the same way that your ass can get deflated, okay? So just stay humble. You Kendrick, okay? Cancer, there is nothing wrong with learning something new or stepping outside of what you're known for, okay? Just don't forget who you are, don't forget where you come from, and don't forget who helped you along the way, okay? Don't get too big, all right? Cancer, Leo, cusp. Because of how far you've come, you're going to be tested a lot during Mercury retrograde, just fair warning. Someone or something sees you moving on and they're like, hey, where you going, right? On the flip side, you might be tempted, but just remember why you moved on so you don't take your ass backwards, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Leo. With this Mercury retrograde in Aries energy, you may be reminded of old desires and tempted to go get that old thing back. Please ask yourself why before you start doing that shit, okay? I'm gonna leave it there. Leo, Virgo, cusp. There's an old goal resurfacing, something that you started but didn't get to finish, something that you thought about doing but didn't really get to start for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm not saying don't do it because I'm not here to tell you what to do. That's not what this is. I am saying take your time to think it through, reevaluate, and see if it's worth it to you still, okay? Virgo, similar to Aries, someone you know to be a stand-up person or someone to stand up for you even, they may have more of their human, non-pedestal-like traits show during Mercury retrograde in Aries, or they'll straight up just show their villainous side, period. And you will have to question their motives. It is what it is. Virgo, Libra, cusp, someone you know to be warm and positive may have their mask removed. Not because they're a bad guy, but to reveal to you what's most important. Take that shit as it applies. I don't know what it means, but you do. Libra, long story short, you may find someone who claimed to be on the same page is not really on the same page, okay? Whether it's because they were, or y'all go in different directions, or what have you, that is what will be revealed at this time. Libra, Scorpio, cusp, you're in a powerful position with Mercury retrograde in Aries, right? So is someone else. They're abusing their power. You don't play that shit. See where I'm going with this? Yeah, this should be eventful. Scorpio, you're not going to be able to hide who or what you're most passionate about. It's been on your mind for so long that it's literally just begging to be set free. And the thing, like, it's such a blast from the past that when you actually choose to go for it this time, it's going to be like, well, where the fuck did that come from? I ain't heard about that in a while, but you always knew. Take this energy into consideration for all placements in your birth chart to get the best understanding. Picking back up with Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp. So very similar to Leo, Virgo, cusp. Go back and listen to that reading. But it's a little different because you actually got a chance to start something. So you started something, right? But somebody or somebodies are questioning its origins. Like, did you have help? I mean, I don't know why they care, but you do. So the question is, are the origins, are the way that you started this project, this thing, this relationship, whatever it is, are the origins true, or like, what are you hiding? Whatever. Sagittarius, there is a very hot, heated connection that is heavy on your mind. Someone or something that could get you going and turn you on with little to no effort, okay? They just had to show up and it was on. Why is this on your mind? Be honest. Sagittarius, Capricorn, cusp, you miss or keep thinking about a situation that you thought or you believe brought out the best in you. What does that mean for the situation you're in right now? I'm just going to move on and get out your business. Capricorn, there is something you want to make a move on, okay? With Mercury retrograde in Aries, you going back and forth in your head a little bit. You hesitating some, and it can get frustrating. Eventually, you will make a move, but right now, you're just going back and forth about it. Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp, in general, you set trends, right? Somebody is trying to pressure you to follow suit. The trick during Mercury retrograde in Aries, the best way to deal with this person, I'm telling you right now, don't even bother getting in the ring with them. They're trying to bring you into the ring because it makes them feel seen, whether they lose or not. So as long as you stay in your lane and work in your lane, the lane they ain't got no access to, they can't touch you. Nobody sees them. Also take in consideration, Chris Brown, look at me now. How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in, okay? That'll help you stay on track. All right, now picking back up with Aquarius. Your energy or influence is up and down during Mercury retrograde in Aries, okay? Just so if you have days that you feel bleh and days where you're like, don't trip. It's Mercury retrograde. Okay, that's all I have to say. Aquarius, Pisces, cusp. Either there is a situation where the math ain't mathing. Okay, shit ain't making no damn sense, or someone is acting very heartlessly. It's like this was supposed to be a level up, and that person ain't living up to the hype. So you're gonna be calling some motherfuckers out during Mercury retrograde. And Pisces, happy birthday to you also, even though your birthday season's wrapping up. We got a couple of y'all in this Pisces, Aries cusp week, so happy birthday. Following your passion or following your heart has either led you on a wild adventure, okay, with someone who, you know, was once seen on a pedestal and is now kind of being seen more so for their human qualities, human traits, you know, having flaws and all. You still love them. Or following your heart and following your passion has led you off a cliff to a harsh fall during Mercury retrograde in Aries, and that person that you were seeing as a hero or love is now seen as a villain. And hit this like button too, by the way, and subscribe if you haven't already.